In the next 5 minutes, you and Milo here are going to go from no Copilot at all to writing your first AI-powered C# function in VS Code. I'm going to show you how to install Copilot, get connected, and use it safely and productively in a real-world example. And by the end, you and Milo will have a working C# method written with Copilot's help. Hey y'all, I'm Mickey Gousset, and on this channel we talk about all things GitHub and DevOps. And, as you've noticed, my cats and dogs do make appearances from time to time. Today is a true GitHub Copilot 101. No prior experience required to use this video. Now, what is GitHub Copilot? GitHub Copilot's actually a lot of different things, but for today, we're focusing on the GitHub Copilot that is an AI pair programmer that sits in your editor and suggests entire lines or blocks of code as you type. As I mentioned, we call that code completion. Now, through all of this, you stay in control. Copilot makes suggestions, but you decide what to accept. Now, in this video, we're going to focus on a C#.NET example using VS Code, but the ideas will apply to other languages as well. You ready to do this, Milo? Now, before you can start using Copilot, there are a few things you're going to need. You're going to need a GitHub account, either personal account or an enterprise account. You're going to need a GitHub Copilot subscription or an entitlement that's been granted to you by your GitHub admin. And you're going to need VS Code. Now, once you have those, let's go install the Copilot extension, sign in, and use it. So we're starting out here in VS Code. We're going to go to extensions. We can see we don't have any extensions installed. So we're going to do a search for GitHub Copilot. And there's the GitHub Copilot extension. So we're going to click install to install that extension. Now, once the extension is installed, we're going to need to sign in. Now, if you look at the bottom right corner, you can see that we are currently signed out. So I will click sign in. It'll prompt me to sign in. I'm going to sign in with GitHub, which is I'm going to log in over here on another page. But I'm basically going to authorize VS Code. And it's going to take me back to VS Code. And now you can see that we are signed in. If I click here, we can see that I'm signed in. Everything seems to be working correctly. And I can even do a, go to the command palette, and I could look for GitHub Copilot. And I can enable inline suggestions. So I'm logged in and able to do all the stuff that I want to do. And I'm actually wanting to enable inline suggestions. So we now have Copilot installed. The next step is to actually do something with it. So let's start with a simple C# console app so you can see Copilot in action. You can see right now I don't have any files. So we're just going to do a .NET new console-in, and we'll call it Copilot demo. And this is just going to spin up a very basic C# console app that we can use for this demo. You can see that it created a Copilot demo folder, and it's got one file in there, program.cs, where it added a console write line hello world. We're going to comment that out for now. So we're going to create a simple method that calculates an order total with tax. What we're going to do is give Copilot a comment and see what kind of code it comes up with for us. Let it do the heavy lifting. Think of comments as a way of explaining your intent to Copilot. So we're going to create the comment, calculate the total price including tax for a given subtotal and tax rate. And you can see that it creates a suggestion for us. See how the text is a little bit grayed out? This is Copilot's suggestion for the full method. Now, it's actually come up with probably multiple suggestions. This is the one it thinks is the best. We'll see in the future how we can flip through those different methods. But if I want to accept this one, I simply hit tab. You can see it's no longer grayed out, and we now have a method for calculating the total price. Looks right to me. So the next thing I want to do is actually write another comment to help me write some code. And in this case, that comment's going to be ask the user to enter a subtotal and then calculate the tax with a 7% tax, or calculate the total with a 7% tax. So I'm going to tab. We're going to prompt the user. And I'm just tabbing through these. We're going to read in a line, and then it's suggesting that we parse the input, and then we call our function to calculate the total. And I can accept all that by just hitting tab. Now here's the thing. You don't have to accept the first suggestion. As I'm going to show in a future video, you can flip through the different suggestions, but you're still responsible for the correctness. Copilot's a helper. It's a pair programmer. It's not an all-knowing C# wizard. So keep that in mind. Always review the code that it suggests. Make sure it's meeting your standards. Copilot's going to try to meet your standards based off of other code that you may have in your application. Make sure it's following your security guidelines. Ask it questions. If you're not sure it's created the right thing, you can ask it questions to have it create more for you. And finally, if we want to see this thing run, we can simply let's go into the folder, and let's do a .NET run. Oh, we didn't save our changes. So let's save our changes and do a .NET run. It's going to prompt us for a total, so we'll say $10. And it comes back and tells us the total is $10.70. Now, here are some quick tips. Make sure you use clear comments and function names. Copilot responds to context. Work in small chunks. Don't expect it to build the entire application in one go. Build it in small pieces. And always review the suggestions for performance and security. Some common pitfalls that I see: if you're not seeing suggestions, if you're not seeing that code completion when you give it a comment, then make sure Copilot's enabled. Make sure you're logged in. Make sure code completion's turned on. All of that. If you look in the bottom right of your status bar where the Copilot icon is, if that icon is showing an error or an error symbol, could be you need to re-sign in. And also, if you're getting your Copilot as part of, say, an enterprise entitlement from your enterprise, they could be applying certain restrictions that could be limiting what you can do with Copilot. So, quick recap. We've installed GitHub Copilot in VS Code, we signed in, and we wrote our first C# method using AI assistance. Here's a takeaway for you though. Your next step, go pick a small function in your current project, in your current code base, and let Copilot suggest an implementation. But make sure you review the code it suggests just like you would any other code review. If this helped you get started, then please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and check out some of the other videos on my channel. I've got videos on all different things related to GitHub, and I've got more Copilot videos coming where we're going to go deeper into prompting, testing, security, as well as things like Copilot Coding Agent, Copilot Pull Review, all things Copilot. Thanks for watching.